Now we'll discuss some of the indicators which are used to test that whether the species is acid or not. You have studied in your junior classes also about litmus paper or litmus solution. A litmus paper or litmus solution, when you take a litmus paper and you put a drop of this acid solution to it, what it will happen? Blue litmus turns red. Blue litmus turns red. In acid solution, blue litmus turns red. And in base, what happens? Red litmus turns blue. Red litmus turns blue. This you might have studied. You have studied in standard 7, 8, everything, that litmus paper or litmus solution. So acid turns blue litmus solution red or blue litmus paper red, and base turns red litmus solution blue. Next one is methyl orange. Acid turns methyl orange red and base turns yellow. Now next is phenolphthalein. Acid, if you add phenolphthalein to acid solution, it will remain colorless. But if you add phenolphthalein to base, then it will change to pink color. So please note it down. Some of the indicators: litmus, methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So what is the color of the solution in acidic solution, in basic? You will study this. Next we will discuss dilution of acid. Dilution, all of us have heard concentrated acid and dilute acid. Dilute means what? Means if you add water to acid solution, then it gets diluted. Now, for dilution of acid, there is some technique. If you will not follow that technique, you will face severe problem. So what is that? Let me explain. When you are diluting an acid, always remember, add acid to water. Add acid to water drop-wise with continuous stirring. Add acid to water. Continuously we stir that water and you will add acid to water drop-wise. Never add water to acid to dilute the acid. What will happen? It is a very important question of standard 10. If we will add acid, water to acid, then the acid will splash out and it may harm the person who is diluting. And the reaction is very violent, so it may crack the container in which you are diluting. So it is very unsafe to dilute by adding acid, by adding water to acid. So what is our rule to dilute the acid? Rule to dilute the acid is to add acid to water drop-wise by continuous stirring. Because if you will not do that, then what will happen? The reaction becomes very violent. The acid may splash out and may burn the face or hands of the person who is diluting, may crack the container. Okay. So this is the rule for diluting acid. Now, another point is, if you are diluting an acid, what will be the concentration of H plus ion? The concentration of H plus ion will decrease. What will happen? The concentration of H plus ion will decrease. Similarly, if you speak for base, if you are diluting a base, then what will happen? The concentration of OH minus ion will decrease. Concentration will decrease if you are diluting. Okay, no problem in it. Now we'll discuss another point. That is, sometimes my question may arise in your mind before proceeding to the chemical properties, chemical reactions of acid. Another query I am going to discuss with you. Sometimes a question may arise in your mind that all hydrogen containing compounds are acid or what? Yes, what is the question? That all hydrogen containing compounds are acid? No. Any species which gives H plus ion in water, that is an acid. And if a species contains hydrogen, but if we do not give H plus ion in water, then that is not an acid. What I am telling, that you should remember that like glucose, alcohol, all these, sucrose, anything you can take, all these compounds contain hydrogen, but they are not acids. These are not acids. Why they are not acids? Because they do not give H plus ion in water. While HCl, H2SO4, acetic acid, all these are acid. Why these are acid? Because it gives H plus ion in water. Students, you can do see it experimentally also. If you take glucose solution in a beaker and in a cork, if you fit two nails and if you connect it to terminals of the battery, and then if you put a switch over here, simply roughly I have drawn, you will see in your NCERT book. Suppose you have taken glucose solution, you can do this activity. If you are taken glucose solution in a beaker and in a cork, if you fit two corks, if you fit two nails, and these two nails you connect two wires and connect it to a 6-volt battery, and you connect a bulb and with a switch. If you will fill it with glucose, then this bulb will not glow. This bulb will not glow. But if you are filling it with what? H2SO4, HCl, anything, then this bulb will glow. What I told, you have taken a beaker, if you fill it with glucose solution, and if you take a cork and you are taking two nails and you are connecting connecting it with 6-volt battery and a bulb, and you have attached a bulb and a switch, you will see if you are taking glucose solution or if you are taking alcohol solution, the bulb will not glow. But if you are taking HCl, then the bulb will glow. Why this is so? Because this HCl solution gives H plus ion in water. This HCl solution gives H plus ion in water. But this glucose do not give H plus ion in water. Glucose do not give H plus ion in water. So HCl, if you are filling it with HCl solution, then the bulb is glowing, and if you are filling with glucose solution, the bulb is not glowing. Because for the conduction of electricity is possible if the ions flow. And if there is no ion, then there will be no electricity conducted. So here there is no ions present, so the electricity is not flowing, so the bulb is not glowing. But here the H plus ion is present, and these ions are responsible for conduction of electricity, so the bulb is glowing. So one thing we'll have to remember, that all compounds containing hydrogen atom is not necessarily an acid. An acid is those species which gives H plus ion in water. Next, another question is given in your NCERT book. What is that? Dry HCl do not turn. Dry HCl do not turn blue litmus red. You can do this experiment in your lab also. You will see that always it turns moist blue litmus red, but dry litmus paper is there, so it will not turn blue litmus red. There will be no change, because in dry HCl there will be no H plus ion, and this H plus ion are responsible for conversion of blue litmus paper to red. But in aqueous solution there will be H plus ion, and this H plus ion are responsible for conversion of blue litmus paper or blue litmus solution to red. So there is another reasoning question over here. Why dry HCl do not turn blue litmus paper red? Because, simple answer, it do not have any H plus ion, so it do not turn blue litmus red. Next we will discuss some chemical properties of acid. Chemical properties of acid. Some chemical properties today we will discuss. Chemical properties of acid. Very simple one. Reaction with metal. Acid reacts with metal to form salt and hydrogen. Acid reacts with metal to form salt and hydrogen. Of course, the metal should be above hydrogen in the metal activity series. So, if you are taking H2SO4 plus Zn, then what will be the product? It will be zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. So, first chemical reaction, that is reaction with metal, reaction of acid with metal. Zinc react with H2SO4 to form ZnSO4 plus H2. You can take up any other example of any metal, reactive metal, and any other acid. It will give salt plus hydrogen. Next, reaction with metallic oxides. Acid reacts with metallic oxides to form salt and water. What you will get? Salt plus water. I have taken same example, ZnO over here. Here it will give zinc sulfate plus water. Since we have taken the oxide of the metal, we are getting water. Next, reaction of acid with base. Reaction of acid with base. Acid reacts with base to form salt and water. NaOH plus HCl, it forms NaCl plus water. Next, reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates, or you can say bicarbonates. Acid react with carbonates or bicarbonate to form salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. So, if you are taking any example like HCl plus Na2CO3, what will be the product? Product will be NaCl plus water plus CO2. Now you see you will have to balance it now. So 2 NaCl, 2, now 2 hydrogen, you are getting 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen, 2 hydrogen, now 2 sodium, 2 chlorine. It is balanced. You can take up any other example like CH3COH plus NaHCO3. What you will get? CH3COONA, salt, sodium acetate plus water plus CO2. So you study all these things: reaction with metal, reaction with metallic oxide, reaction with base, then reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates. Next we will discuss it.